James Morley, Asher Morley.
Morley, we need you to somehow explain your rather unorthodox teaching methods to Agent Harding in order to maintain your funding for the year. Oh, and Morley, try not to stuff it up.
Is adaptability an important element of effective teaching in this day and age? Are the skills to change and reach out to a diverse audience necessary, or is it now crucial more than ever before? Agency Director Seth Pearson's et al. 2011 states that research has shown that effective teachers adapt their instruction to meet the needs of diverse students and situations. Following, Agent P. David Pearson 2007 states that, quote, "We know that a prescriptive, rigid approach to education is not best practice. The prescriptive and rigid approach may not be the best all-round practice, but it does have its place." I would like to suggest closing your eyes and carefully considering a secret agent and, I suppose, the Australian lyrebird also. The lyrebird is a bird that sings a beautiful song to attract its mate. A secret agent is depicted as a mysteriously handsome individual that has a distinctive manner in which he handles and presents himself and communicates. Now, the method in which they both communicate served both their individual reasons and agendas. Myself, to seduce, surprise and interrogate potential sources of information, and the lyrebird for drawing attention to itself. I have always understood the importance of good communication in any relationship with groups of people. Making that initial impression as a teacher through effective communication will always serve your purpose to connect with those you teach, those you wish to teach, through word, presentation, and even more so, your example. The closer we look at the lyrebird's repertoire of can-dos, we discover its ability to change its song, to mimic not only other birds but other sounds in the forest. Example, camera noises, chainsaws, engine noises, and even car alarms, thus intriguing those in the company. As for these agents, like the lyrebird, they have their own tricks that admire and astonish his foes, and in the theatre, the impeccable timing and usage of top-secret technology in hand-to-hand combat captivate his onlooking audience. As a teacher, I plan on utilizing a range of techniques of teaching and approaches that captivate, retain, and support the learner. I understand that it is all good and well to implement strategies to initially capture your audience, but it will require an extended repertoire of skills, knowledge, and creativity to retain the learner. In support of what has been aforementioned about doing what one can, within reason, to captivate a target audience, I will refer to the King James Version of the Holy Bible. Now, the Apostle Paul, after the ascension of Christ, was tasked as the senior apostle to continue the work of salvation among the people at that time. In his first epistle to the Corinthians, Paul gives an insight to a strategy he used to gain and thus save them. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 19 through to 20. "For though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself servant unto all, that I might gain the more. And unto the Jews I became as a Jew, that I might gain the Jews. To them that are under the law, as under the law, that I might gain them that are under the law. To them that are without law, as to without the law, but under the law to Christ, that I might gain them that are without the law. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some." Now, Paul, knowing who he was and what he stood for, saw the need to change and adapt his approach because he understood that his audience was so vast and diverse. He made himself all things to all men, but never compromising his values and standards in order to reach out to those in need and share the gospel. Limitations to adaptability would be things like personal pride, that unwillingness to change based on time and effort it has taken to prepare for lessons. Laziness is a killer as well, and possibly even fear for change or the unknown. As the lyrebird change its genre of sounds, as secret agents adapt their dress code, gadgets and fighting techniques to the unique situations they found themselves in, so I feel the importance to be adaptable. To be successful, I must adapt my teaching style, approach, classroom environment and manner to captivate, make ponder and retain the desire to learn. Why? Because our kids are worth it.